Son of a gun. God dang it. What the fuck? Hey people who haven't clicked out of this video yet, my name is CJ Sloan and these are my thoughts on swearing. So if you can't already tell, I don't really care about swearing. I think people take it way too seriously. Of course I don't have a problem with bad words, right? Because I'm a gosh dang millennial. My main problem with swearing is I'm not sure who decided that swear words were swear words. The word bitch has the definition of a female dog. So when someone says, you son of a bitch, it means you son of a female dog. To me, that doesn't sound so bad. What I think happened was, at some point, that became an insult, and then it became a bad word, and then it became a word that we weren't allowed to say for some reason. Same thing with the word shit. It means poop. So when someone's like, man, I gotta get all this shit done, what they're saying is, man, I gotta get all this poop done. Maybe we should just start saying poop. That seems funnier to me, actually. We should just say, man, I gotta get all this poop done. I have so much poop to do. I'm 12. Okay, TJ, those words, bitch and shit, they're not so bad. But the other words, like the F word, those are big no-nos. You can't say those ones. Listen, the only reason fuck is a bad word is because we've decided that fuck is a bad word. Like many other words, we have given it this amount of power, so therefore it has become a bad word. I'm not here to try to convince you that the word fuck is not a bad word. I don't understand why it's a bad word, but I also accept that as a society, we have decided that that word is a no-no. What I do think is that you should be allowed to say that word without people freaking out as much, specifically parents. You know, the ones who taught us the bad words. But really what I think it all boils down to is consideration. You should be able to talk however you want as long as you are being considerate of others. What I mean by that is location, location, location. If I'm at home, I'm gonna say whatever the hell I want to, because I can, because it's my house, because that's what I want to do. When I am at the store, it's a much different story. Now we have included other people, and I think out of respect, you need to be considerate of the people around you. So if you're in a grocery store, you should not be cussing up a storm, because I don't think that it is your place to force other people to have to listen to those words. Now granted, as your freedom of speech, are you allowed to do that? Yes, but it's pretty shitty. Now, if the stranger who's by you is me at the store, and you're looking at the price of something, and you're like, that shit is fucking trash, dog, then personally, I'm probably gonna be like, yeah, man, that shit is fucking trash. But what if it's not me? What if it's someone who doesn't like to hear swear words? What if it's someone who has kids with them? I don't think they should have to be subjected to what society has agreed upon as bad words just because you're flustered or you use those words so frequently that you think they need to be used all over and that everyone should have to hear them. And now that I've brought up kids, let's talk about that. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I believe raising children is preparing them for the real world. You have an adult in training that you are preparing to be an adult at some point in their life. Oh, you just don't get it. You're not a parent. You have no idea. Yeah. Okay. Maybe you don't want a 3-year-old running around yelling, son of a bitch, because they don't understand the concept of consideration, so they're gonna say that shit all over the place. But if a 16-year-old is like, God damn it, and we're like, oh, it's just a kid, you're just a baby and such language, At 16, you're 2 years away from being a legal adult. At that point, you should be able to talk how you want as long as you're being considerate. So on the same side of that coin, if your parents don't want you swearing in front of them, I think that you should have to be considerate of that. I also don't think that parents should be getting their knickers in a twist as much. We're bringing that back from the UK. But that's where stuff gets kind of confusing and frustrating. When I raise my children, I think that I'm probably going to openly swear in front of them because in the real world, that's what's going to happen. Unfortunately, people are not very considerate, so they say whatever they want to say in front of whoever they want to say it in front of. Oh, you just don't get it. You're not a parent. I really don't get it. I think that it's a societal thing that you have drilled so hard into your head that you kind of forget that words don't have as much meaning as you give them. But for those of you like me who don't mind swearing, might I remind you of replacement words. Replacement words can sometimes be as magical, if not more magical, than the swear words themselves. For example, I don't think the word frick gets enough attention as it should. Shout out to Scrubs. But seriously, just the word frick can be so satisfying. Or maybe even, this is heckin' outrageous. Just take any word and make it ridiculous. or ridiculous, if you will, and suddenly it just becomes way more fun. What I also like to do is I like to take swearing phrases and just kind of slur them so it's not even a thing anymore. Like, for example, instead of the phrase sons of bitches, I'll be like says a bitches, and suddenly it's different. I don't know if it's the voice or the way that I slur the phrase together, but either way, it's a lot of fun. What I don't like is when we act like a swear word is going to kill somebody. Unless bang bang is a swear word, am I right? People who have shot somebody in cold blood with a gun? I can almost guarantee you, if I walked into the middle of the mall and I just said, fuck! I think somebody would faint. I think somebody would faint because they just wouldn't be able to handle that someone just screamed the F-bomb like that. Some people react really, really dramatically to swear words, and I think that just needs to go. So ultimately, if you like swearing, I don't think that there should be a problem with it as long as you're being considerate to others. People that don't like swearing really just need to ease up on it. It's not that big of a deal. And if you have kids, please don't act like swearing is the end of the world, because once they're out of your care, they're gonna do it anyways if you make it a big deal. Teach them that if they're gonna use swear words, to be considerate of other people, because that's the more valuable lesson anyways. We have to stop telling kids not to do stuff. Teach them that if they're going to do certain things, how to do it considerably or properly or safely. But this video is not about children. This video is not about children. It's about swearing, god damn it. Thank you for disliking this video. I appreciate you watching for this long, and I will catch you sesabeshes later. Hey ladies, can I get a freezing rain yes? Call that a hell yeah.